Yo, 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 yo. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Leroy. Got my guys Matt and here, Trev with me. Hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. Got these college games going off. Had some really great games today and some
Yep.
stinkers today as well. But as always, welcome in to Kicking with the Crew. How you guys doing this weekend, boys?
Chilling, man. Lots of good games, like you said. Lots of close games. Just watched the end of Arizona State and Texas Tech. That was a good game. Mississippi State, not so much. LSU, not so much. But a lot of good games today.
Yeah, I spent most of my day in the gym, so I
Oh
was
yeah,
there for like 3.5 hours because I missed most of this week because of damn work. So
Yeah, I
just
hear
getting
you. I
out
had a
there.
couple long days this week as well, so I didn't miss the gym because I go in the morning, but the afternoons I get another afternoon morning workout session, and then those have been kind of been some stinkers lately for me as well. But
Matt,
yeah, man.
I noticed I got a guy in my gym that's just like you, Matt, because I work out for like a good hour, maybe an hour, 10, 15 minutes. But this dude, he gets there before me, he leaves after me. He's like 40 years old. He's a monster, bro. I aspire to be like that guy, but he spends damn near 2.5, 3 hours in there every time I see him. He's crazy.
eh, yeah, typically Saturday and Sunday I'm in there for a hot minute.
Good on you, man. Good on you. I get tired, dude. I got like an hour. I gotta go.
I take pre-workout with creatine before I go in, and then I make another creatine, on the side, and I leave that in my little cubby. So when like I get halfway through my workout and I feel myself getting tired, I go grab
Yeah.
that and I start drinking
Hey,
it. And I'm like,
there you
fuck
go,
it,
man. It's
wake
My
not
wake
boy's
bad.
me
like
up.
a workout. My boy like a
Uh-huh.
workout junkie. He over there fucking
That's all I do, dude. That's
cooking.
all I do.
Right, strong as shit,
I,
bro.
I go to work and I come home and then I go to the gym and then I come home all during the week and then on the weekend I wake up, I watch a little bit of TV, play a little bit of video games or watch college football, and then I go to the gym at like halftime of the first game and then I don't come back till
Yes.
like 2, 3 o'clock.
You just
Yeah,
different, bro.
man.
We're gonna have you line up at fullback next week.
Fuck yeah, dude, I'll do it.
All right. Well, yeah, man. Let's go ahead and jump into some stuff. I'm about trying to switch over. Sounds like there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm seeing a lot of what the hell, man, and all what the fuck and stuff like that. So I'm feeling like something going on. Jeffrey
Oh boy.
Simmons from Tennessee Titans posted what the hell, man. So I thought he got traded. So I was trying to figure out what was going on there.
Hey,
Not
hey,
exactly
bring him
sure.
on over. Bring him on over. That's fine. That'd be crazy
All
breaking
right.
news in here. What's up,
Let's go
Ricky?
ahead.
Welcome to the show, man.
Yeah, yeah. Appreciate you for coming in, Ricky. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So week six of the NFL season, the Giants end up beating the Eagles 34-17. The Denver Broncos and the Jets had a stinker, but that one was 13-11.
Ugly, dude.
Jacksonville Jaguars lost 20-12.
Thank
The
God.
LA Chargers beat the Miami Dolphins 29-27. The Rams beat the Ravens 17-3. Cowboys lost to the Panthers 27-30. The Patriots beat the
That's a good
Saints
game.
25-19. The Cleveland Browns lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers 23-9. The Las Vegas Raiders beat the Tennessee Titans 20-10. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers continue their streak as well, 30-19. The Cincinnati Bengals lost to the Packers 27-18. Kansas City Chiefs beat the Lions 30-17. The Atlanta Falcons beat the Bills 24-14. And the Washington Commanders lost to the Bears 25-24. And as you all know, the Colts ended up pulling out their win over the Cardinals 31-27, leaving us alone at the top in our division, 5-1,
And the
leading the
conference.
division. Also, now puts us at the top of the conference with the Buffalo Bills losing to the Falcons. And then week 7 opened up. The Bengals beat the Steelers 33-31. But dang, for everybody who's counting the Colts wins and losses, I guess the Steelers, that 4-1, oof,
Yeah, interesting.
oof,
I,
oof,
ho- I
oof,
I think the
oof,
most
losing to the
annoying
Bengals.
I think the most annoying thing about last week was the Kansas City Chiefs winning that game because
Yeah.
somehow it instantly put Patrick Mahomes back in the MVP conversation. I'm like, I don't fucking understand, dude. Like, why are we choking on this guy so much? It wasn't even that good of a game. Like, it's not like the dude played lights out and is putting up
Yeah,
like
yeah.
MVP
He's survival.
numbers. Yeah, it's
They're one of those. Yeah, we've talked about the Chiefs a little bit. They're one of those teams, and we face them in like another month here. They don't go away. Like
No.
we talked a little bit before about maybe their numbers are a little bit down from years past, but they're still the Chiefs. They're
Yeah,
still
I'm not saying they're a bad team, but it's just
I
how fast that quarterback,
yeah.
Patrick Mahomes gets thrown right back into MVP
Oh,
conversation
yeah.
because he beat like one good team in the
Hey,
year.
media darling,
Like
dude. It's all good.
Well, he was still like third or fourth even before that win.
which he
I mean,
shouldn't have been.
I get what you're saying, but most people have a problem with it. I personally don't care. I think Baker's still the MVP. Anybody
I
else, you can
agree.
go put your
100%.
money. Anybody else, you can go put your money where you want to. But if you put it on Patrick Mahomes right now, you're going to lose your money. So all that is betting odds. Baker Mayfield's still the MVP. His offensive line's been banged up. He's throwing the fourth, fifth string with receivers. He's out there balling. His defense still gives up a lot of points. He answers every single time. So you can put your money where you want to. I personally don't care about the betting odds or the numbers or any of that. That doesn't mean that's who's going to win. But yeah,
Hey, for what it's worth, Daniel Jones this past week he moved up to 10th, I believe, 9th or 10th in the quote unquote MVP odds. So finally getting a little bit of recognition for this great start we've had.
yeah, he's been people have been pretty high on him as well. Uh, Dave is in here. What's up, Dave? Gonna be a tough week. Need to do a double load of laundry.
Yeah, for our
Detrius
superstitious
is in
folks.
there. He says, "What's up, y'all? We're gonna get the Chargers tomorrow." Tressa says, "Hey guys, what's up, Tressa? Appreciate you for coming in weekly
I
as
was
you do, and all you
I was
guys do."
thinking, what the hell happened to Chad? Where the hell is Chad?
Yeah, where is Chad? He's usually our
Yeah,
first commenter.
Yeah, he
He's
usually
he's
comments
let
before
everyone else
we
take
even
his
go
crown.
live.
might need to shoot him a message and check on him, see how he's doing.
I think he
Shout out
added
to
me on
Chad, bro.
Facebook, but I haven't seen him in the comments
Well, I think
since
he's
since
messaged.
we started back up.
He messaged our page, so his page should be his inbox should be on there somewhere. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and jump into it. Indianapolis Colts versus the Cardinals, man. It was a crazy game. I think it was one that we were probably overdue for because of the fact that everybody, you guys know how we are as Colts fans. We are the cardiac Colts. They give us panic, stress, impatience, excitement, all in one game every single time, every single week. But this year has been a little bit different for us. We've only
Yeah,
had pretty much two of those games like that, and then we obviously have one of those games where we lose to the Rams and we got to overthink it all week because we know we could have won that game, and then you also got the close win to Denver, which we could care less about because we end up winning the game. So the first one against this Cardinals team, man, we opened up the game 7 to score touchdown first. They hit us right back, and we're thinking, okay, at some point we're going to take off here, come back again. They get 3, we score a touchdown, and kind of have us thinking like, what the hell are we going for right now? And the Arizona Cardinals bust out in that third quarter, get us down by I think it was 10 points at that point, or 7 points at that point in the third quarter. But they scored 2 touchdowns. We only got a field goal, and then we outscored them back 2 touchdowns to a field goal in the fourth quarter, man. So it was back and forth all day. Our defense couldn't stop a cold. As everybody knows, we lose 2 players in warm-ups. Anthony
yeah.
Richardson breaks his
Orbital.
Orbital.
orbital bone before warm-ups get started. And then Charvarius Ward has a contact injury, runs into
Oh,
Ogletree.
tree in warm-ups, and he is knocked out with a concussion. He's now been placed on IR for 4 weeks. So then we have already a very injured secondary. Now we got to tell an undrafted free agent 55 minutes before the games even starts that he will be the starting cornerback, and he will be tasked with covering Marvin Harrison Jr. pretty much all day, who also ended up leaving this game with a concussion. Marvin Harrison Jr., that is. And yeah, it was just back and forth all day. Jacoby Brissett put on a show out there. It started pretty rough for him, but he got it down. Ended up being back and forth. Any opening thoughts you guys have on the game?
Yeah, man. I think that game was something the team needed, and I think it was something us fans needed because most of the time when we play games like that, where we're under, we're playing pretty much down to our opponent, we've typically lost those games. So to see us play an ugly game and be able to win it, pull it out in the end, and even to see, Daniel Jones not panic, not start doing silly New York Giants Daniel Jones things. He had that one interception, which I thought maybe he just he didn't float it high enough. It wasn't a bad decision. The throw was there. He just didn't make it. But, us fans, we were, like you said, we were getting so used to watching dominant fashion football from the Colts. And yeah, we kind of needed it, I think, personally. And just to see that the team would not panic in the fourth quarter and be able to pull a win out against a team like that, especially a team that they could have easily been 5-0, like Shane said. I mean, that team's not a bad team.
Dude, every game has been one score for them. Like we talked about it last week as well before the game, talking about just their grittiness as a team. They're tough. Like everyone understands they might not have the biggest names and this, that, and the other. They've been kind of a looked over team for years. They're a tough team, and they played us tough, even with the backup Jacoby Brissett. But from our end, I do think, in retrospect, looking back at it, we handled it pretty well. We stayed composed pretty well. Like, it was a weird game, dude. You lose probably your most important player, or at least one of the most important players on defense, an hour before kickoff. You have a guy break his freaking orbital bone and have to get rushed to the hospital. Like,
just an awkward start, right from the beginning.
For everyone. Like, even the guys who are playing, that's weird. Like, now
Shane even said in the roundtable that, like, he was still attending to AR when he found out about Ward. Like, he didn't even know Ward was hurt. He found out.
The shit with Ward too, like that. I mean, that's unacceptable, dude. Like the warm ups. The guys that are the coaches there, calling the routes and whatever, doing the warm ups there. How do you not see a 6'7", 6'8" dude plow? Like,
I understand that, like, everybody wants to say the coaches. I mean, the coaches did make a bad decision on sending him on that route in that moment, but Ogletree clearly saw Ward there. Like, he clearly saw that dude. He was running directly toward him. Yeah, he just didn't let up on it.
Stupid moment, man. I mean, it's just one of those things. But original point, they did compose themselves. Obviously, the defense was very different. We had guys out there that have never even played for us, and Jonathan Edwards just getting smoked, honestly, but trying their best. And you come away with it. Like, every team is going to have ugly games this year. The good teams still win those ugly games.
I mean,
we took care of business and we won it.
Realistically, when you go back and look at it, I don't really think the corners got torched. A lot of the plays were in the middle of the field, in between the numbers. So again, they kind of attacked our linebackers, and hopefully that improves with Pratt being here longer than a few days, and then him and Zaire kind of building that camaraderie in that locker room. So
I thought he had a couple moments, but it was clear like he's just not quite comfortable yet. But I think he'll be a big part of this team.
And I like that you brought that up, because one of my favorite moments last week was when Arizona was about to run the ball, and right before the snap, he slid over Buckner, just walked over, tapped him over, and
he was on the money.
It made the play. Yeah, he was right on it, and I was like, okay, that's an experienced linebacker right there.
Dude, you love to see it.
Yeah. So, man, like you guys said, I thought it was pretty crazy for us to still come away with that. And just like Matt, you kind of alluded to it. Basically, Shane's out there getting ready for warm-ups and whatnot, and he's getting ready to walk back to the locker room and go to his office, and Kenny Moore tells him, hey, you need to come in now. He goes to find AR, and he's just thinking, like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on here? And then next thing you know, then he's heading back out or heading to his office, and everybody's running in telling him he needs to get to the field now. And then he finds out about Ward. And so the team really had to basically jump up and be like, we can't even sit here and have thoughts and prayers for our guys and make sure they're okay. And Anthony Richardson's getting headed to the hospital, and then he's going to go check on another player who literally gets knocked out with no pads, no helmet on. So it was definitely something to see, definitely something for us to go out there and still come out, win that game, play hard in all phases. And like you said, Trev, I think a lot of people were panicking about the Colts defense, but honestly, I was not discouraged by these undrafted free agents. Like, yes, they got beat in some one-on-one coverage placements. I mean, this is the NFL. People are going to beat you on some plays. Eventually, you got to make some plays. Mekhi Blackman ended up coming up with the interception. Jonathan Edwards had some pretty sticky coverage. Yeah, he got beat a couple of times, but it wasn't like he was out of place. It wasn't like he was grabbing and holding. Like, he didn't get 3 penalties in a row, Xavier Howard. And so it was just one of those things where I thought that like the more they play, it's something we could see possibly some improvement from them. I wasn't like totally discouraged. It wasn't like we just were out there just giving up any and everything and dudes just being wide open. So that's why
Yeah,
it wasn't terrible for me. And so I think we'd be okay.
I'm glad you said that too, because I was definitely like, I was in our group chat like, Jonathan Edwards is going to go be a car salesman after this. Like, I was not happy with it, but after going back and watching it, it wasn't quite like that. Like there were a lot of moments where he's actually in the right position, and the guy just makes a great catch. Like towards the end, what's his name, Wilson, gets that deep 25-yard catch, whatever it was,
Yeah,
right?
Michael Wilson. Yeah.
Michael Wilson, thank you. By the sideline, and Edwards is actually like perfect coverage, and Wilson just grabs it tough and comes away with it. Like there's that play just happens sometimes in the league, So I'm not out on Jonathan Edwards. I was frustrated, obviously, because we shouldn't be giving up 27 points to the Arizona Cardinals, but it was one of those games, we still came away with a win.
It was just like I said, man. I mean, I said it last week, and everybody kind of looked at me crazy, but I expected Jacoby Brissett to come in and play well. I mean, he's an efficient quarterback. Right, yeah. He always been, he makes good decisions. He makes good throws. So I mean, it wasn't like we were going to shut him down. I don't think we would have shut him down even with Charvarius Ward on there. I mean, Charvarius Ward would not have been covering McBride. McBride kind of torched us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even with Marvin Harrison out, we had what we had. So,
hey, gotta win.
Yeah, no, definitely, and that's why I told some people as well. It was just like I wasn't expecting a blowout in this game by no means. I just thought it was.
I said it, but that's me being a homer. But 100%.
Yeah, no, I just expected at this point, I'm just expecting wins. I don't really care how they look anymore, especially with the way our injuries have been. And that's going to be one of my keys. I'll put that in towards the end of the show. But at this point, I'm just looking to continue to keep winning football games. Offense keep being efficient, defense keep being opportunistic, and just keep winning football games. That's all I'm asking for right now at this point.
Well, and like in the nitty gritty of the season that we're in right now, the middle of the season, like it's going to be like that. We're missing a couple guys. We got other guys that are playing banged up, whatever. Every team's like that. So some games are going to be ugly. As long as you come away with a win, it's like that's all that matters.
Yeah, absolutely. Antoine saying here, I really believe we win in convincing fashion. To be honest, versus the Chargers he's talking about. Trista says, how the hell did Okuchi get Charvarius Ward injured? Yeah, they were just warming up, ended up running toward pretty much on the same yard line and ran right into each other. Dave Stewart says the silver lining is, I guess, the cornerback kids are getting some experience. And Dave Stewart also says it helped that Brissett, that our pass rush was pretty anemic. So, yeah, man, to go into that, our pass rush actually started out really well. We pressured really good. We had them discombobulated on the first couple drives, and then the Cardinals kind of got some stuff going, was able to make a game out of this. And then
personally, man, I was listening to the Colts podcast this week, and Rick Venturi brought it up, and I kind of disagreed with him. And in this aspect, when it came to the pass rush, he was saying we stunt too much, and I don't think that's the case because every time. Do you? Because I feel like every time we stunt, we apply pressure. Somebody's getting in there. Yeah. But a lot of the reasons we're not applying pressure is because we're just going straight up and just not getting off blocks.
So I think I think the opposite there. So exactly what he said is what I agree with. Because remember when I sent you guys, because like Dave said, you said our pass rush was pretty anemic, right? And I thought it was pretty good in the first half. I really do. I thought we were pressuring Brissett. I thought we had guys in his face and stuff like that. But then that second half, it just looked like elementary defensive linemen out there were going against grown adults for at least from the viewing eye just watching the game. So I went back and watched it, and I agree with him, like including on a play that was the rush by Ashton Doolin, where he was supposed to cover Kyler Murray, and they were using him because Kyler Murray's speed, and they want to use him on that play. So he comes up the A-gap, and then bounces it out around the end at the towards the end. And so if you look at some of our pressures, right? Because I sent the graphic to you guys because I was just like, where the fuck, where was 50% pressure? Like, where is this pressure percentage coming from? And I went back and watched the game, and even on a lot of the plays that were made by the Cardinals, we are close to percent almost every single time. Almost every single time he's throwing the ball away, there's somebody right there. And in the first half, it was more QB hits and actually knocking him over or actually hitting him with the ball and forcing an incompletion. In the second half, we weren't getting that great pressure immediately, but the longer he held the ball, we were getting close, and I think that's where these pressure percentage points are counting from. Now, obviously, if I was the one ranking the pressures, I don't know if I'm giving defensive linemen those pressures just because, like, if he's getting the ball off where he wants it to go and you're, like, barely pushing him after, I don't think that just in my novice view of the NFL is what I would call the pressure. But I think they're still counting those, and a lot of those plays – pressure-wise, were there to be made. And so I get what you're saying, Matt, but I think just on the pressure where we were talking about, like, we would apply pressure, but we always get there so late. I think that's because of the fact that we're not coming straight as much, and we're cutting some of that off by doing stunts, kind of slow pressure, using first to second moves a lot more often than we probably should rather than just a straight bull rush and getting to somebody and stuff like that. So I did kind of agree with them. I just thought it's just too much stunting and stuff like that.
It does feel like, just generally speaking, it's like everything just takes too long to develop. Like, we have stuff going on. We have ways to apply this pressure, and we're getting credit for it with PFF and all this other shit. But, like, the eye test, just for me, the eye test says we're not getting him down, though. You know, like, we're next to him, we're close to him, we're getting QB hits and stuff, all this shit, but we're not getting the sacks. And then in games like not the Cardinals, but the previous week when we get sacks, we had like 4 that game. It's like it feels like it's not coming in key moments, you know, third and long, third down in general, like stuff like that. I don't know. Like, technically, by the numbers, our pass rush is okay, our pressure's pretty good, all of that. But I don't know, man. At least for me, it hasn't felt like that, and it hasn't looked like that with the eye test.
Yeah, I like that you brought up that, key moments, because we've talked about this even before the season. We've always had issues getting sacks in key moments. The third and longs should be those moments where we bring pressure when it's third and 8 plus, third and 10 plus. And for some reason, Lou does not want to bring pressure on those third and longs, and we're sitting back and people are just finding holes in the zones, and it's kind of driving me a little crazy. I hate,
especially when you're missing guys in the secondary. Like, to me, if anything, lean more on the pass rush, lean more on your linebackers to crash on guys, whatever it takes. But we can't be sitting back in coverage right now.
No, especially on third down, man. Those third and longs are starting to get really annoying,
dude. It's like a never-ending tale.
Looking very Gus Bradley-ish.
Yeah,
but just on those plays too. Like, we'll play solid defense throughout, whatever, but on third and long specifically, anything 3rd and 6 or more, I don't even want to watch the TV because I know we're gonna give it. I think we finally got a couple. I want to say we got 2 critical third down stops in the 4th quarter. So we finally kicked it up a notch at the end of the game, I guess, when it matters most, speaking of key moments. But yeah, just way too often in the game we're giving up 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12. Like, play great defense, 2 downs, and then just let them get something easy in the middle. It's so frustrating.
Like, I don't know why, but it's like every other team in the league, they that's when they heavily blitz. They're gonna send 6, they're gonna send 7. Like, it just doesn't. It bothers me that we never do that.
I'd rather get burnt trying to get the pressure than sit back in coverage and just let him find a spot. Like, this is the NFL.
Yeah.
They're gonna find somebody. So at least make them work for it.
Gotta find a way to put them on the ground. You said, what am I watching right now, or Tressa?
Yeah, I think that's what she's asking.
Yeah, I got 4 games up right now: BYU, Utah, Maryland, USC, UCLA, Texas, Kentucky, and then Oregon is stomping Rutgers right now.
This Texas Kentucky game is goddamn boring.
Yeah,
2 terrible offenses.
Fucking terrible, bro.
Dave Stewart.
They just missed a damn field goal.
Did they miss that?
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
53-yarder, missed it wide left.
I mean, 53.
I mean, he had the leg for it. He just
I don't know, man. College kickers start kicking like 38s, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, he had the leg. It just
there's
it
like
was
one
just
or two
wide,
guys
man.
in college you can count on, and even that's rare.
Yeah.
You know?
He could have probably made that from 59 if he was accurate, but
Yeah.
I'm lucky the Gators got Trey Smack. We don't have to worry too much.
You just got to
Dave
worry
Stewart
about
says the only key moment sack was Tyquan after a long drive to stop
because
them.
Tyquan is a dog, and I've been
Yeah.
saying it
I
for
mean,
years.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't say that's a Quiddy though. Quiddy had a good sack on that the drive to end the game. Quiddy did have a key moment there though.
He's had a pretty solid season so far in general. Quiddy Pay has.
Well,
yeah,
I would
mean,
say
it's been
besides,
okay.
yeah, I would say the last 2 games. Oh, they didn't even give him a sack for that one. I guess it was called a 1 yard rush or a rush for 0. But yeah, I thought the last 2 games he was getting some time sacks or some pass coverage sacks.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't think he's been very good.
I've always been a big fan of Tyquan Lewis. I always thought, early on in his career, he was just extremely unhealthy. But every time he was on the field, you felt his impact, whether it was in those bootlegs where he always held the edge and stayed put, or, he was getting sacks when he was on the field. He was making tackles for a loss. So, Tyquan is probably one of our most underrated rotational guys that we have.
Easily. He's like the Ashton Doolin of the defense.
Ashton Doolin is the Ashton Doolin of the defense.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Travis Hunter, who, right?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
That's my bad, folks. I read that wrong. They did give Quiddy the sack on that.
Yeah, Doolin's going to play nickel for us.
We got 2 players on our roster that can play every goddamn position. Ashton Doolin and Tyler Warren.
yeah, and they will too.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ashton Doolin will be out this week.
Yeah,
give him a rest. He's tired. He's playing everything.
Yeah, he did. It was a chest injury, I believe it was.
Downs is out too, right?
Yes, Downs is out. He got a concussion on that touchdown. I kind of knew it from the moment he didn't get back up immediately.
A lot of concussions.
It was before the touch, or it was after that touch. It was
No, it was on the touchdown. He took that hit. He got up real slow.
No, it wasn't a touchdown, dude. He caught it in the flat, and then he got hit. He didn't score on that play.
No, but I'm
because I remember we said, oh, that's a missed target right there. Like it was a targeting hit. Yeah. The dude led with the crown of his helmet. He wasn't in the end zone on that play.
I just felt like it was the one when he caught that touchdown pass. I didn't think he came out the game at that point in time, but I thought on the touchdown when he took the hit and got up slow, I felt like he was going to be.
Yeah, there was a play before that where he took a hit. With dude led with the crown of his helmet. I remember Trev came in the chat and said, "How was that not targeting?" And the way that Downs got up, he looked like he was like woozy. I don't know.
I was surprised they didn't take him out.
Yeah, because he stood up and was stumbling.
Come on.
Yeah, that play was the play that I was like, oh shit, he's done. So if he took another hit that I don't remember him taking, I definitely expect him to be out.
I felt it was one. I don't remember that one, but I thought the one when he caught the touchdown.
I think it was that drive. Yeah. It was that drive. He caught one and brought it within the 10-yard line or something, or it was close to the 5.
Dave said it wasn't the TD one. It was when he got the first down at the 3-yard line.
Yes.
You could see Downs was shaking. It was well after his TD. Yeah.
So. Yeah, that hit was bad.
Hey, guardian caps for everybody, bro.
I'm telling you, like Charvarius Ward being placed on IR. We already got Alec Pierce, who's been in concussion protocol. I'm telling you, them two guardian caps should be required, man.
Yeah. You don't have to look cool,
concussions, dog.
It's got to have something to do with these new helmets, man, because we didn't have this many concussions, in the early 2000s. Obviously, beforehand we did because all the people with CTE and all the issues that were dying from having so many concussions and continuing to play. But like at 2000 to 2010, I don't remember there being this many concussions. And then a few years ago,
because it wasn't reported then. They didn't have people. They didn't have people like now. They actually have all the neurologists and people watching for it now. So it's been different since like 2020. I want to say this is when they actually started actually watching people. If you get tackled a certain way, hit a certain way.
But I mean, like even before, like you wouldn't even be able to tell. Now you can tell when someone's about to have a concussion because the way they stand up, they're stumbling. Before it wasn't like that. Like people
Well,
were just taking these hits, getting up, unless they clearly got knocked the fuck out.
it's
Which we've
tough
seen
though.
that a shit ton of times.
Yeah,
But
it's tough because it's like there's such a wide range of what gets diagnosed as a concussion. Like I've been concussed twice, and the first one I had, it was like very minor. Like I had a little headache for a couple of days, and that was it. But the second one, I was like, I couldn't remember where I was when it happened. I was out for like shit like that. You know what I mean? So there's such a wide range, but it all just falls under this umbrella of concussion. I don't know what the severity line is of what's a major one.
Well, it's basically they see it as if it looks like you have a concussion. So if you get up and
I
you
think there's a lot
stumble,
of, like,
you stumble a little bit, they
which
might
could just be
call you into
lightheadedness. Like that to me, that's
protocol.
not concussion, but yeah,
think
they kind of call
Well,
everything.
they won't. Well, they
It
won't
was
call
ever-
it a concussion until they have you come into the tent.
it
But
was
they
ever
got to
since
check
that,
you for it.
It was ever since that Tua hit. When Tua took that hit and his fingers locked up and
About 2020.
yeah, ever since
I
then,
get
it's
it,
like
dude. Yeah,
the
it's
slightest even sign, which I understand it. Yeah, it's just
yeah.
it's
It
crazy
does
how much
get
it
frustrating
happens.
when like the very minor stuff feels like it's getting overcalled, but I mean, player safety, you got to do what you got to do, and we're seeing it, dude, with all the freaking concussions we're piling up.
Yeah, I mean injuries as a whole. Trista says it would be nice if AD Mitchell redeems himself on the same field, but I get butterflies in my belly thinking about it.
Hell yeah.
That for sure would bring his confidence back.
We
I
need
think the
it.
funniest thing would be for him to catch another 70-something yard pass running into the
And
end
score.
zone and put both hands over the ball and just walk
Yeah.
over. If he does that, I'd laugh. I'd
Dude,
laugh.
he'll
I'd be like,
win
smart
the
ass.
fan base back, yeah. He'll win
You
the fan base
remember
back.
the next week when JT did that last year, everybody was joking with him. He kept holding on to the ball,
Yeah,
and they were like trying to yank it out of his arm. So
He'll touch the ball, yeah.
Don't
I
touch
like
it.
hopefully he could.
Gonna
Definitely
go
need to bounce
hand
back
that
from
shit
it.
to the ref.
Yeah. That's
Go
his
slam, go
celebration
slam
from now
something
on.
else. Go take the pylon and fucking slam that shit.
What's up, David? Hope you've been good, man. He says, "How has it been going, lads? Been a while since I've been watching you guys. Been very impressed to start the season. I don't get all the hate from the media, people saying that we are playing bad teams. They're not just beating those teams; they're annihilating them.
I'm
We
glad you brought this up.
absolutely,
I
agree. Matt wanted to get into this.
I'm ready for that conversation because I have it. Haters gonna hate, right? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's such bullshit, right? Because before the season, Miami was a favorite to win the East, or one of the favorites with the Bills, right? There was no conversation of the Jets. There was no conversations of the Patriots. It was Miami and it was Buffalo, right? Then you look at Denver, right? Denver was a favorite with the Chiefs and the Chargers, right? That division was supposedly stacked. It was going to be one of the best divisions in the league. And clearly the Raiders as well, right? They had fucking Geno, who just was stellar in Seattle. Everyone was predicting him to be the same in Vegas.
Carroll back there, everything.
Right? So you can't change your tune now because a team that you projected to have 4 wins, a team that was only supposed to win 4 games, was supposed to be the easy game on everyone else's schedule, is now making their schedule look easy by dominating everybody else. Like, don't give me that bullshit. Like,
it's hypocritical, yeah.
Don't change your tune now.
The narrative flips so quick. We haven't even won a week 1 game since 2013.
Yeah.
And then as soon as we win week 1, everybody says, "Oh, the Dolphins are trash." Or, "Oh,
we all knew they would suck." Like,
week one isn't
real.
real.
Yeah, and
this other crap.
And then Denver still has one of the top defenses in the league. I think we're one of the teams that have scored the most points on them in a game so far this season. All their scores have been like below 20.
Ugly games, yeah.
Yep. And we put belt to ass to that defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this shit pisses me off when I see that stuff. And I'm like, and to be fair, it's only a couple of people in the media. Orlovsky, dude's a fucking retard anyway. I hate his takes. Yeah, Will Compton. I barely know who the hell that guy is unless he makes a
He just got his ass kicked by us while he was on the Titans, so he's still mad about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then you have AFC South trash talk groups where Jags fans are mad because we're better than them. You got Texans fans that are like, Daniel Jones isn't better than CJ Stroud. I'm like, well, look at the numbers this year. He's definitely playing better. So I really don't care what the media says because it doesn't matter if we play a team that's full of practice squad guys. You still have to go on Sunday and line up and execute.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the point of
It's the
football.
NFL, dude.
It's
Everybody is good.
It's a professional league. I don't give a shit. All these dudes are getting paid millions.
Yeah.
I actually expect every game to be a fucking battle for 4 quarters.
Dude, yeah, like everyone overlooks the Arizona Cardinals, and look how that game went just last week. Like that was a tough game, 4-quarter game that we just kind of escaped from it.
Yeah, and here's the thing: the Arizona Cardinals are one of the worst teams in the 4th quarter.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and they
So
came
it's
to play. Like that's this league. This whole, we've said it a couple times now. Every time this conversation comes up, this whole like scheduling controversy or whatever is such it's a college discussion. Like you can talk about Georgia scheduling Western Kentucky or whatever. Okay, that's a college ball talk that makes sense there. They're scheduling an opponent who's clearly weaker than them. This is the NFL. That doesn't exist. There's only 32 teams, and they're all at least on a level playing field, maybe different levels of talent, different levels of success, whatever. But it's not the same conversation at all. So this schedule talk is so tired and so old.
If you watch a lot of the games of the teams that we've already played and we've beaten the shit out of, such as Miami, they've come close to beating so many good teams. And they've kept every game close. They've put up 20-something points on teams, and they've lost by 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like these teams are actually bad. They're competing. The only real team that's bad in the NFL to me is the Jets, and even they're competitive.
Yeah, that's the NFL for you.
So it's like if they're competing with other teams, but we're beating the dog shit out of them, that make sense on how we're overrated because we've beaten the shit out of these teams. And it just doesn't even make sense.
And we're 6 weeks in, man. Unless your team is just completely injured, you are who you are at this point. People can keep trying to write it up however they want to. I personally don't give a shit. Just keep winning. So that way, by the time if we went 15-1 and everybody kept saying, "Oh, your schedule wasn't real and you played weak teams," guess what? I wouldn't give a damn.
We beat 15 of them. So half the league is weak.
I really don't care. And really, what it's showing me is that us compared to most teams that are injured and are losing because of those injuries, we have better depth. Sure, like Jacoby Brissett kind of went off last week, but that's not because we had a week of preparation with these corners that started. Yeah. We had an hour with an undrafted free agent found out he was going to start. Yeah, so and we still won that game, so it doesn't matter.
Yep,
plays in front of you, man.
And their red zone defense was supposed to be the best in the league.
It was.
We still did our thing.
Yep.
Still did our thing. Scoring.
Or no, that was the Raiders the week before.
Yeah, but the Cardinals had the Cardinals were supposed to have a good one too.
Not red zone defense, but overall defense. They haven't allowed more than like they've been averaging like 19 points per game, and we dropped 31.
Yeah,
and that wasn't
hit our average,
and that wasn't even a great offensive day for us.
No, it really wasn't. And that goes to show too, like just how much potential is in this squad, at least offensively speaking. Like we really haven't even hit our ceiling. We've dropped 40 bumps, and we still haven't hit what this team can do offensively. Like
we dropped 40 points, and we punted like 3 times in the game.
Yeah, we left stuff on the table.
How often do you see shit like that?
And that's another funny thing is like because people talk about like people fail to remember that this is a week-to-week league. It's matchup versus matchup. This isn't about records. Like Trev said, this is not college. Just because you beat the shit out of somebody that's a non-ranked team, like there ain't no ranking in the NFL. There's no number next to your name. Yes, there's the seeding, but there is no ranking. You guys can keep looking at whoever says this person's going to win or that person's going to win and think that's how it's supposed to work. It's
every year.
It's the NFL. That's not how it works. This is literally any given Sunday. I remember, a matter of fact, how we beat the shit out of the Raiders. I remember specifically that Titans fans were juiced up thinking they were about to get another win. They were about to beat the Raiders after they accidentally beat the Cardinals, and then they lose to the Raiders, and I just kept sending. I thought the Raiders was ass.
Yeah.
I thought this was supposed to be an easy one.
Yeah.
Like winning and losing is so small. I don't care if you win by 20 or you lose by 30 or you win by 1 or you win by 2. There is so many small plays that change the game in the NFL that got you to that score.
I mean, look at the Bucks. the Buccaneers are also 5-1, and they've won games by having to come back. They've only gone into the victory formation once this
Last
season.
week. That was their first time not leading like a game-winning drive. Every other week, it's been one-score games.
I mean, the Giants beat the damn Eagles.
Yeah.
And this
It's
is
literally week to week. Like,
and
then
by
the
the way,
Bills lose, and then the Bills lose to Atlanta.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, this is not a new concept. Like, I don't know why we're having this conversation this year. This happens every year. Good teams, you'll have a 10-win team go and lose to somebody that's fighting for the number 1 overall pick. Like, it happens every year, and for some reason, casual fans are still surprised or still acting like schedules and records matter. They don't, dude. You play who's in front of you. You win enough games. You get to play a little bit more in January and February, hopefully, and you go from there. Like.
Yeah, I mean, football is literally a chess match, man. Like coaches are trying to scheme to stop your best players. Your coaches are trying to scheme to get your best players to perform. Like, it's so some teams have good game plans. Last week our defensive game plan wasn't great against an offense that played well. But we still came out with the win. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter.
Just win.
Yep. And also, if anybody likes rank wins and whatnot, our winning percentage, our wins versus the winning percentage team is around, I think it was like 0.38 or something like that. The Buffalo Bills win percentage is at 0.25. So
speaking
for everybody,
0.238.
Yeah, so for anybody who loves the whole rank win theory, but then say the Bills are still good, so just throwing that out there.
Yeah, and like the Chargers, obviously we're playing them tomorrow, and we'll get into that game in a little bit. But it feels like everyone's giving a lot of credit to the Chargers for winning their games, but they've played a lot of the same opponents as us. Like they played
exactly the same
division with the Raiders.
They beat the Dolphins. They beat the Raiders, and they beat the Broncos.
So we don't get credit for smacking them, but they get credit for pulling off a tough, gritty win. Congrats, I guess.
Yeah, it's hilarious, dude.
It's so fun. Anything to not give the Colts credit, man.
Dave Stewart says, how about Dayball going after that independent doctor with Jackson Dart went to the tent. Dayball was, hey, is he good or not? What the hell is going on? Let my guy out.
This man's saving my job. Get him on the field.
Still getting up at 3 a.m. to watch the
Speaking of Jackson
play.
Dart, bro, him and Scadaboo are fun to watch.
They are. I like it.
Somehow that offense went from being the most boring team to watch to the most exciting between Jackson Dart and Scadaboo.
I hate giving love to an Ole Miss player as an LSU guy, but Dart's fun to watch. He's a guy. He's a guy for sure.
Yeah, he's better than I thought he would be.
Yeah.
Nathan says, this damn corner room is the biggest weakness.
Just
I wouldn't
take
say
any
that.
more hits at corner.
I agree.
We lost Charvarius Ward, but we just got Kenny Moore back. So
I wouldn't really say it's the weakest, considering, I mean, they're literally undrafted guys that are playing right now.
Yeah, it's just a matter of health.
Yeah, I still wouldn't consider it the weakest because you got to take that into consideration. I'm still looking at our linebacker room that's as one of our weakest.
Yeah.
So,
Dave Stewart says Warren finally got a TD without an offensive PI.
Yeah,
because no one was near him.
Because nobody was near him. Couldn't call OPI on that one.
Yeah, he didn't have to touch
drew it up and said, "Here, damn."
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump into the next one, man. The LA Chargers beat the Miami Dolphins. It came down to the wire for this game. Tua was actually balling in that game.
Mm-hmm.
They went back and forth for a little minute there late to end that game. Dolphins almost had it won. Former Colt Naeem Hines takes a return for 45 yards. Set the Chargers up in good field goal position. Justin Herbert makes an absolutely Houdini play, shakes off a defender, gets the ball to Ladd McConkey, who takes the ball another 40 yards, set the Chargers up in field goal position. They kicked the field goal to win that game 29-27, but it was back and forth. So the Chargers, man, I guess everybody's ranking them as one of these top-tier teams. I guess at least if they lose to the Colts, then it'll be they were hurt and all this other excuses that they're going to have and whatnot. But they're playing with a lot of injuries as well, man. They've pretty much lost their entire offensive line. They got backup tackles. They got backup guards.
They got backup to the backup tackles.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Pipkins went out too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they are getting back Khalil Mack. He is off of IR and has been cleared to return. Like same thing with Denzel Perryman, their linebacker. This Chargers defense, I wouldn't say they're great, but they're definitely a good defense, and everybody knows how John Harbaugh wants to play. He wants to play punch you in the mouth defense, and he wants to run the football. What are your thoughts on facing the Chargers tomorrow?
Good luck trying to run the football. You're on like your third string running back.
He
balled out,
actually ran pretty well versus the Dolphins.
He had 124.
I mean, it's the Dolphins. So
Granted, but
no, don't downplay the Dolphins. People are already downplaying our win over them already.
That's true. No, I think offensively, one of the things we need to focus on is definitely Jonathan Taylor. I think if I remember hearing correctly, the Chargers let up the most rushing touchdowns this year. They're also letting up like 4.5 to 5 yards per carry. So I think tomorrow is definitely a big day for Jonathan Taylor. And defensively, I definitely think we need to get pressure. I mean, got to take advantage of these tackles being out.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt about it. And we've been kind of waiting for this Latu breakout game. You know, he's had a very good season so far as pressure rate and just all these are like very elite in just about everything except for sacks. So when you're talking about putting him up against second and third string tackles, like we really got to see a couple sacks off the edge of this game. And for what it's worth, too, like let's not downplay the fact we're playing Justin Herbert. This is an elite quarterback. This is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. You can't give a guy like that time, especially with a banged up secondary. Like that can cause us trouble. They have a great receiving core. Ladd McConkey, Keenan Allen is back on the Chargers, playing pretty well with his old quarterback Herbert. And then even guys like Quentin Johnston kind of stepping into his own finally after, a rough rookie season and kind of people calling him a bust and stuff. He's been playing pretty well, actually. So just a lot of weapons that they have and a good offense overall. So I think it's a tough test for both teams to get stops tomorrow.
Most definitely. Trying to get some little game tapes here. But yes, they are not a very good run defense right now. I want to say they're giving up. I want to say they're like 29th in the league, if I remember that correctly. Sorry for not having that one off the top of my head. But I do think it's kind of weakness versus weakness for this game. Their offensive line is struggling with injuries, just like our secondary is. I think that'll probably be the key to the game. I think obviously looking at what we did against Jacoby Brissett and just allowing him to kind of have his way with our secondary, their receivers are actually coming back. Keenan Allen looks like he should be healthy and ready to go. Same thing with Johnston. They're probably their best receiver this year. The way he's been playing, he actually learned how to catch the football.
Yeah,
he's been playing pretty good. And then obviously Ladd McConkey, it's great that we're getting Kenny Moore back. I hate for this to be the first matchup to come back because this guy is shifty as they come. And he's been very good. So I think that's what's going to come down to who can take advantage of that weakness more. I'm hoping it'll work in our favor because usually that's how you win is when you're better in the trenches. So we'll see what that comes down to.
I would say this too to most fans that are watching, listening, whatever. I wouldn't expect Latu or Quiddy to be the ones getting these sacks. When you're playing a guy like Herbert, they're going to get the pressure on the edges because those tackles are like third string. But I would definitely expect to see Justin Herbert moving up in the pocket, doing whatever he does, shifty. He's a little Houdini type guy. So I would definitely expect more sacks coming from DeForest or coming from Zaire coming up to fill a gap when Justin Herbert starts moving up. So I don't really see the sacks coming off the edges. I definitely see them coming from the interior.
That's a good point. Yeah, he is shifty. He moves around in that pocket really well.
I mean, you saw that play last week. I mean, all he did was kind of move a shoulder, and he made a whole ass dude miss.
Yeah.
Dude,
he's Justin Herbert's a freak. I feel like I'm gonna get so pissed off tomorrow watching it. Like he really is one of the best quarterbacks in the game.
I'm prepared for the Damon's fucking fuck. We're fucked.
I'll be there too. But I do think it's a good chance. Just with the health of that O line, like you got to find ways to get pressure. Whether that's more stunts like you talked about, or just different. Whatever kind of looks we give them, we have to find a way and know that Justin Herbert's going to be shifty about it. But we got to find ways to get after it, man. Like like I said earlier, if we just sit back in coverage, I don't expect us to, but if that's the case and we're sitting back in coverage, we're gonna see a shootout because you're not gonna get stops that way.
I think we could force some turnovers with Justin Herbert if we do some kind of like, plays that we were using with Latu dropping back after showing pressure, those type of things. Because Justin Herbert, he's gonna get that ball out quick. So if he sees pressure and then Latu drops back, he's already made his decision, and we could force some turnovers with Justin Herbert.
Hey, 3 picks for Latu would be pretty special.
Hey, he's on pace for 7, isn't he?
Something like that. He's got 2 already, right?
Yeah.
Yep, leading the league.
How about that?
But yeah, as I was breaking it down right now for you guys, the Chargers are favored to win. And the series, the Chargers are leading 18-10 over us. And then our offense are ranked 4th offense, 6th in rush, 5th in pass, number 1 in scoring. Our defense is 19th overall, 12th in rush, 22nd in pass, 4th in scoring. The Chargers offense is overall 7th, 13th in rush, 9 in pass, 23rd in scoring. So they're pretty good on offense, but they're not scoring a ton of points. I want to say this past week was their first week scoring 2 touchdowns in a game in like the last 3 or 4 weeks. So they've been struggling to score the ball. And then our turnover differential is us +5, the Chargers are -1. So a little bit of the tape there. I think you guys had some key points. I wanted to get to your point about some of the stunts and pressures though, Trev.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like I said, we've been talking about our pressure for a while here, and I was telling you guys in the chat because I know Damon was upset about our secondary, which I know a lot of people are, and I am as well. But it gets to the point where I start when too many people are frustrated about the same thing, I kind of just say, fuck it. I don't care, dude. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do to change the team. Yeah. So it's just we got to deal with it, be a fan, be happy that we're 5-1 and just see what happens because I don't believe Valor is going to do anything. And we're getting to the point where we're running out of time here. But with that being said, this offensive line is depleted. I mean, like we said, Trey Pipkins isn't playing, so they got to change that offensive line again. And this has been one of the worst offensive lines in the league since they've lost pretty much all their starters. If we can't get after Justin Herbert this week with all of these guys being down, we're just going to be one of these teams that could be really good, make it to the playoffs, maybe win one game, something like that, or in the playoffs, or probably get exposed in that game. But we're just not going to be one of those teams that can make a deep run. And I think this game will tell us a lot of that because there's just no way in hell that Latu, Quiddy, DeForest Buckner, Grover, I don't take too much of the PFF, but if you go look at their PFF grades, this thing is they're great across the board. It's all in the 40s.
Yeah.
This is not a good offensive line. And if we can't
take advantage of that,
just take advantage of them with our D-line, then it is what it is. Bro.
You certainly can't write anybody off this far out. There's still a long season ahead, but I do agree. This is an important game. First of all, we're in the same conference, and we're kind of in the same standing of this game. I believe is whoever wins comes out as the number 1 seed. Is that correct?
Yes, first place.
Yeah, because both teams have not lost in the conference yet.
Right. So game for the number 1 seed, at least this far in. But you look down the line, both of where we can project our teams to be. This is a very important game for playoff seeding because I think we're in that same range where we should be fighting for our divisions. So it's important down the line. It's not the end all be all, but it's probably our most important game so far outside of the division. And I agree. It can tell us a lot about what we can expect down the line. Everyone wants to talk about the schedule, talk about who we play, whatever. This is probably, aside from the Rams, who are obviously a great team, but this is our toughest test yet, and it's in their house. So it's a great opportunity, but also a big roadblock too, right?
Did you ask a question there at the end?
I was confused on how that ended.
Oh, my bad.
No, I'm just saying straight up, it's a great opportunity, but it's a roadblock too in the fact that it's for both teams, right? It's a good opportunity, but we're both in each other's way. Maybe I should have worded it better. My bad.
No, it wasn't you. I started reading something, but I missed the last part of it. And when you said right,
I was like, did I say that weird?
No, I just thought you were asking a question. I was like, damn it, I didn't hear his question.
Bad.
I feel like a douchebag. But no, you're absolutely right. Again, like I mean, I said the same thing. I completely agree with you. I just think that there comes a certain point in time where it's kind of like where we played Jacoby Brissett. It's a backup, but obviously he's a pretty good backup, so you kind of know how those games goes. I mean, for example, the Bengals playing the Steelers. I mean, everybody thought this was going to be a bloodbath. I think the Steelers were up 14-0, 10-0, whatever the score was to open the start, and the Bengals just kept hanging in there, and their offensive line looked like a completely different. I mean, this offensive line versus the Steelers was absolutely insane. Like it didn't even look like the same players were
They
on the
must
team.
hate Burrow, bro.
This is for real, and Browning, because this was not the same offensive line that's been blocking for them. So again, I just think it gets to a certain point in time where you got to exert your dominance over somebody. Hopefully, we come in with a really great game plan. I do think it's going to be hell and tough for us to cover these receivers. I think there'll be a lot of times where we're getting close to getting pressure, and Herbert just makes an insane play and he can get the ball to him. But I still think during the full day should be an absolute harassment of Herbert. And if we harass the hell out of him and he still manages to beat us, then I can go ahead and I can tip my cap to him. But if we look like we did versus Arizona and we just can't kill him, then I mean,
I think knowing the type of coach Jim Harbaugh is, he's gonna do whatever he needs to do to take away that pressure, and there's gonna be a lot of rushing attempts tomorrow.
Yeah, and don't get that twisted either. He doesn't give a damn if it's his third string, fourth string running back. Harbaugh wants to run the ball, and he's going to. So we got to be prepared and find a way to stop that. So I think, to your point, if we're overcommitted on getting the pressure, we leave ourselves exposed to big gap runs by guys who barely made the roster, right? That's just the kind of offense that Harbaugh is capable of. So you got to be careful still, despite their health issues.
Yep, for sure. All right, man. Anybody got any keys to the game?
Jonathan Taylor.
with Tyler Warren.
the easy ones, right? But
A.D. Mitchell. A.D. Mitchell.
Actually, yeah, I do like that. Great chance for him to play. Obviously, with Downs and Doolin out, but then too back in SoFi Stadium, he as well documented had a terrible outing there against the Rams. Good chance for a comeback. He's going to get a play tomorrow, so let's see something out of him.
Yeah, most definitely. I think for me, man, it's really going to come down to running the ball. We got to force some turnovers. Got to make sure we keep pressure on Justin Herbert, and then just beat the crap out of this offensive line, man. Constantly put pressure on him. I don't care if we need to send a crap ton of blitzes, mixing up schemes and formations and what we're doing on defense. I think you just gotta make it confusing, man. Gotta put a lot of pressure on Herbert and this offensive line. Force them to make mistakes. Don't just sit here and sit back and wait for everything to come to us, and just force it. Make them force it.
This is a 1:05 game, isn't it? Or a later game, the 4:00 game?
Yeah, and I'm hating it because I've been tired all weekend. I'm gonna fall asleep.
Yeah, it's 1:00. It's 1:00 for me, so that's not too bad. Yeah. But fuck.
I think too. You talked about forcing turnovers, but I think too for us tomorrow, you got to avoid turnovers, right? Like we gave one up against Arizona, and it didn't ultimately cost us anything because we got it right back. But I think the Chargers are a lot more disciplined of a team, and I think if you give them a turnover, Harbaugh's going to find a way to get something out of it. So we definitely got to be careful in that regard. Like, and I'm not saying Daniel Jones has been that guy. He's been very careful with the ball, very very calculated everything. I'm all in on Daniel Jones, obviously, but just be careful. Derwin Jones is going to be floating around out there somewhere. Khalil Mack is going back. James, my bad. But they have guys.
I literally the reason I was so quick on that, I was thinking Derwin James this entire time. Like,
God damn it, yeah. Derwin James will be floating around.
I know
one of the best safeties.
I actually think this will be a big
last
game.
Week too, I think. But either way, just avoid the turnover because they will score off it or make you pay for it if you give them one.
Yeah, I think this will be the biggest game for Tyler Warren because I think Derwin James will be tasked with covering him pretty much for the entire game. I think they're going to make sure he's matched up with them, trying to take him away. Kind of same way that when the Chiefs play the Chargers, they make sure he's on Travis Kelce to try and take him away. So I think we'll see that a lot tomorrow.
That's a great point, yeah. Look forward to the challenge there, too. Dude, if Warren goes off on him, I mean, come on. We already know we got a guy, but if you go in there and beat one of the best safeties in the league.
That's when A.D. Mitchell goes off. Because now you're just kind of leaving the slot alone on a nickel, and
could open up a lot for us, man.
Yep.
Well, sucks that Downs is out, man, because this could have been a big one for him.
I thought last week was a big one for him, to be honest.
For Downs?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got his first touchdown of the year. It was
multiple first down conversions.
He was yeah, that's because Buda Baker is out there trying to cover folks. So, yeah, definitely think it will be.
That's kind of what's great about this offense, though, is anytime you want to shift your focus on one guy like Tyler Warren, like Downs, whatever, someone else is open. Like there's no way to cover everybody on this team.
Especially if you got Derwin James covering Tyler Warren, like sticking to him. Now you're just leaving AP 1-on-1.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck on that one.
It's gonna cost you. Yeah, he had a decent game last week, but not like crazy. Whatever. He came over with 2 catches, 48 yards. Solid game for sure. But I think just what we're talking about here, if Derwin James comes down, leave Alec Pierce open, I could see a big Alec Pierce touchdown, 60 yards, whatever, something crazy that he likes to do. So keep your eye out for it tomorrow. It's coming.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, boys, want to get into score predictions?
Hell yeah.
All right.
I'll go first, man. I think it's actually similar to last week's game, man. I think it's going to be a higher scoring game. I think both teams are going to struggle to get stops throughout the game. But I have no reason to pick against us until they give us a reason, right? So I'm still going to pick us to go into SoFi and win. And I think it's probably going to be like 31-28. I think probably the team that has the ball last wins, man. I really feel like it's going to be a shootout tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm picking us too. Same thing Trev said. I mean, until the Colts give me a reason not to pick them, which even when they lost against the Rams, I still didn't feel like I had a reason not to pick them.
Yeah.
But typically I've been choosing bigger score gaps, but I think this one's going to be whoever has the ball last, and I'm going 27-24.
I like it.
Yeah, man. I've already changed myself twice on times that I would say that we would lose. So I'm gonna have to stick to what I said to start the season, man. I got this as a loss for us. I'm gonna finally pick us to lose, to be my first one this year. But I also got the same score as Matt, 27-24. Got us losing this one.
Either way, dude, it's
Hopefully
a close game. I think it's a close game either way. I think, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a battle, man. 4 quarters.
No doubt.
Tressa, yes, laundry will be done early tomorrow. Actually, earlier than normal because I got to hit the gym before the game comes on.
There you go.
All right, folks.
24 Colts. Hell yeah, I'll take it.
That'll do it for us. Good luck to the guys tomorrow, man. Appreciate everybody who came through.
Thank you.
And as always,
go Colts.
Go Colts.
Second down, he fakes the Taylor, fires over the middle, completes.